while you're finishing, I have to talk about cheerleading for 1 minute. All right? So here's the thing. One guy invented it. Herky Herkimer. He invented, listen to this, he invented the pom-pom. He invented the moves. I don't know if he invented this part. And the way he profited is because he was the content creator, right? He started a chain of camps that still exists to this day, and a magazine. His heirs make millions of dollars a year. So they'll teach at the camp all the moves. So at the competition, 3 months later, that's going to be the move of the year. You can't be a successful cheerleader without paying taxes to Herky Herkimer. And what I love about this is this idea of establishing the protocol and laying the groundwork. It's every industry you can do this in. You can say, we're going to establish there's a group, I can't remember what they're called, you probably know, that determines what color your appliances will be in 4 years. Because GE and all the other competitors can't afford to be wrong about what color refrigerators to make. So they have to be in sync. So the way they do it is there's a guy in the middle, a small group, they all pay a fortune, and he sends out a memo saying, avocado green, 4 years from now, here's the palette, and they all make the same color. I think there's a reason it's hard to scale. And Simon and I don't agree on a lot of things about this. I love that he did it, and I thought the way he came and stood in front of people and spoke about it from his heart was really powerful. And as many of you have seen, a lot of people are carrying it around because they wish they could get to this. And the place where we diverge is I don't think there are many answers here. I think that largely there's one. And this is what the Icarus deception is about. I think that the purpose for just about everybody, when they feel like they have achieved their purpose, has nothing to do with to play the guitar, to pave the street, to run a kids shelter. I mean, none of that's in our DNA, right? I think it's to dance on the edge of failure. I think that when people are dancing on the edge of failure and they're growing and there's a void over there but they keep moving forward, that's when we feel alive as people. There are a few people who don't have that. It's been boiled out of them or raised out of them or whatever. But generally, it's that getting close to the precipice that I think is ingrained in who we are as people. What industrialists did for 100 years is they brainwashed us into not believing that. Because they don't want you to do that. They want you to need them. Because if you need them, you'll work for cheap. And if you need them, you'll comply. And they'll be able to make more money. And now the industrial age is ending. And all these opportunities are showing up in front of us. And so we're calling everybody's bluff. So when you talk in the persuasive way that you have, lots of people sign up for the LinkedIn group, but then they are safe to quit because it's easier to quit than it is to stare down the abyss. It's easier to quit than to do that dance. So it took us, 48, 60 hours to figure out how to move to a new safety zone that's really uncomfortable. That, in fact, our purpose is in finding a thing that we did that we didn't think was going to work an hour ago, and now it's working well enough that we can wonder what the next thing is, and keep that cycle going. And the magical, ironic punchline is the Internet is making that easier than ever for 1.5 billion people. So the explosion we're about to see, I think, is not the explosion of industrial job creation. It's the explosion of people who figure out, whether there's money involved or not money involved, how to do that scary thing, whatever that scary thing is.